What is going on, everybody? We are back for more NBA picks. If you follow the TikTok page, you would know over there, because I give away every single one of my picks for free, screen record, proof of the bet slips, the whole shebang. We went 2-1 over there last night. We had Joel Embiid over 34.5 points plus assists. That hit very easily. We had the Nets money line, which was one, no sweat whatsoever. And then our one loss was probably not my best bet to think about it now, but it was the Warriors minus 10.5 against the Rockets. With that being said, with that 2-1 record, that put us up $300 on the night. Can't complain about that whatsoever. So without further ado, let's get into the picks for today. The first game we got here are the Sacramento Kings at the Milwaukee Bucks. If you guys do not know, Sacramento is not very good at basketball. All right, they've been talking about blowing their whole team up. They've been talking about trading De'Aaron Fox, who a couple years ago they thought was going to be, one of their franchise pieces and a foundational guy to really turn that franchise around, and it looks like they are getting ready to hit the reset button yet again. One thing that Sacramento is very, very bad at as a basketball team is defense. They rank 27th in defensive efficiency in the entire league. And are you ready for this? They gave up 133 points to the worst offense in the NBA, in the Detroit Pistons, in regulation. The game didn't even go to overtime. They gave up 133 points in 4 quarters to the Detroit Pistons. Milwaukee is a team who really hasn't been killing it of late, but they had lost Drew Holiday. Now they just got Drew Holiday back, okay? So, he's not going to play a ton of minutes. He might not be, he might not put up a ton of points. He might not contribute a ton on the offensive end, but what they do get when they get Drew Holiday back is they get that excellent perimeter defender out there, someone to guard the likes of De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Tyrese Halliburton. Unfortunately, there's no team totals out right now on FanDuel or really any sportsbook. I've looked all around at a ton of them, and that's one I would really like to look at tomorrow for the Bucks, because the Houston Rockets haven't allowed less than 110 points in 5 straight games. They've been getting absolutely massacred on the defensive side of the ball. Now you got to go in and face a Milwaukee Bucks team who has scored over 115 points in 3 out of their last 4 games. I haven't made any bets yet, but for the sake of this video, if I were to side with a team here, I would definitely take the Milwaukee Bucks minus 9.5. I might actually take that. I got to look and see what these team totals look like tomorrow, but it's definitely Bucks minus 9.5. I could see this line going up to around 10.5 to 11, so now would not be a bad time to jump on it. Next up, we get the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oklahoma City Thunder, another basketball team who is just not very good at basketball. On the other hand, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been one of the more surprising young teams in the league, actually playing very well. One thing that both of these teams do have in common, though, is that they are 2 of the best teams in the NBA against the spread. So when you have 2 teams that are very, very good against the spread, what do you do? Who do you side with? What numbers do you look at to find an advantage? I think one of the best ways to determine the overall well-roundedness and skill of a team, I guess you could say performance, is to look at the net rating of a team. And what the net rating is it's the difference between offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. What that basically means is points per 100 possessions and points allowed per 100 possessions. When it comes to Oklahoma City, they have the 29th ranked offensive efficiency in the NBA. Well, defensive efficiency, they're ranked about 19 to 20. So what would their net rating be? Their net rating would be a -7, which is not very good. That's one of the worst net ratings in all of basketball. Cleveland, on the other hand, has an offensive rating of 108 and a defensive rating of 104.1, giving them a net rating of +4. So as you can see, there's an 11-point difference in the net rating amongst the two. So Cleveland is the much, much better team. And with Oklahoma City's anemic offense, it's not going to help them because Cleveland has the 3rd highest defensive efficiency rating. Oklahoma City has failed to put up over 100 points in about 21 games this year, I believe it is, which is not very good at all. Yes, that is almost half of their games they have failed to put up 100 points. So what do? I'm not going to take either on the spread. What I would look to do is I'm actually looking to take the over of 209.5 if I had to bet one for this video's sake. Like I said, would like to look at team props when they come out, but I'm actually looking at 209.5 over that number. My reasoning for that is because Oklahoma City's defense has just been absolutely in shambles over the last 2 games, allowing 118 points to San Antonio, and today they allowed 121 points to Charlotte. I actually think if the number stays here, I would consider taking Oklahoma City plus 13, considering how good they are against the spread. I feel like that is a bit too many points. I feel like this line might come down a little bit. So if I were to take a spread pick right now, it would probably be OKC. But like I said, I'm going to need more information. I want to see these team prop numbers first. Last but not least, we got the Indiana Pacers at the Phoenix Suns. Now, if you look at certain trends when it comes to against the spread, the first thing you will find and the first thing that will stick out to you like a sore thumb is Indiana is one of the worst teams on the road, straight up and against the spread on the road. However, they just went in and beat up on Golden State. They went and beat up on the Lakers on the road. Now, granted, the Lakers are a mess. The Warriors were not 100% healthy. They are not 100% healthy. I think Draymond Green is really making a case here for showing his level of importance to that team. The fact that they lost to the Indiana Pacers, basically their backups, and today they almost lost to the Houston Rockets. But that's neither here nor there. I'm getting sidetracked. Let me get back on topic. Although this is a bit of a bigger number than I would like to lay, going up against an Indiana team that is, I don't want to say catching their stride, but they're playing really well over the last 2 games on the road, somewhere where they've really struggled. Phoenix is 9-3 over their last 12 games against the spread, and I just don't know if that is a train that I would like to step in front of. On the season, when it comes to offensive efficiency, Phoenix ranks 5th in the league, while Indiana ranks about 15th. However, over the last 3 games, if you look at Indiana's offensive efficiency, it is good enough to bring them in to rank 4th in the NBA over the last 3 games. However, who's one of the teams ahead of them over the last 3 games? Phoenix. Similar to the last game, this is where it starts to get a little spicy. On the year, Phoenix ranks 2nd in defensive efficiency, while Indiana ranks 21st. And all while Indiana's offense has been cooking up and looking good over the last 3 games. Over the last 3 games, when it comes to defensive efficiency, they rank 26th in the league. Phoenix and Indiana matched up a couple weeks ago, and Phoenix ended up winning the game 112-94. And to be honest, I kind of expect a similar result. I get Indiana's hot, but Phoenix is one of the most well-coached teams. They have some of the best leadership in the NBA with Chris Paul running the point. I don't see Indiana staying this hot on the road when they've been this bad for so long. I mean, up until these last 2 games, their last road win wasn't until November 28th. Like I said, I like to wait a little bit when it comes to these NBA lines sometimes because I like to see more numbers. I like to see if more news comes out, especially with everything with COVID now too. But right now, for the sake of the video, if I had to make a bet, I would be taking the Phoenix Suns minus 11.5. Remember, guys, these are not my official bets. These are just first looks, stuff that I really like based on some quick research and some quick digging on stuff I also already know about these teams based on prior research. So with that being said, if you do want my official picks, make sure you go over and follow me on TikTok, Sports Talk with TJ, same name, same profile picture, everything like that, the whole shebang. And that's all I got for you guys. I wish you guys luck. Have a good day. I love y'all, and peace out.